dad, let him go, like encouraging me. And I like how you said the misguided energy that I had a lot of misguided energy. But having those different fathers come in my life, even his name is Mr. Bernie. So Mr. Bernie is my stepdad. So I don't like calling him my stepdad, but I mean, he really fathered me, from that critical age, from like 18, 19, 20, 21. And he always encouraged me.
Everybody that's watching this and listening to this,
demand that I give a certain amount. How are you going to demand that? That's crazy.
I would say that you get more jobs outside of the Breakfast Club now, without mentioning that you get them because the Breakfast Club is crazy.
He wasted a half a year in the campaign, and so where she, again, matter of fact.
One, two. Yeah. I thought I told you I won't rest till I see the meal. Third degree, I did it without no deal. Worldwide, I got massive bills. I heard them other niggas pay with niggas on plastic bills. Yeah, I'm still on top. You already know that I got the spot. Ain't nobody seeing me, we bout to drop. Maybe 1, 10, 2, 10, 3, 10, 4. No, we bringing that for 4. What I told you, that's the way that raw. Still on the floor, you watch them all applaud. You don't know, third degree, that raw. We got class and he's standing on business. We got adoration. If you don't know this, I'm about to end this. I already told you that my relentless. I seen too many vacant in the spot, so like I said, yes, they ass got to get dropped. And I'm not throwing, but you can see that I'm flowing. Even if I stutter, I will never miss a beat. Third degree still speak, yes, I'm that unique. Matter of fact, there's no beat that can't defeat the one that they call P3rd. I am the word, the best you ever heard. Dropping shit like birds. Better yet, we crush them when we step over the nerves, step over the curves. Yes, I said it that ill. Third degree, about to do it. Mr. Master Feel. Didn't really hear the beat. It just sounded lows in a mug up in here. What's good, y'all? What's good? What's good? Kurt, how you doing?
What's going on, my brother?
Man.
How you feeling? How you feeling?
Trying to get it all taken care of last minute.
Hey, man.
Adoration, we see you,
chaos,
right there.
Controlled chaos,
Man,
sir.
that's what it happened. That's what it happened.
Hey, be like that
How you
sometimes.
feel?
Man, I'm blessed, brother. I can't complain, man. I'm excited. I'm nervous. I'm all of those things before you do something great. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Quez. He's about to be a guest speaker at the Boston's Brunch tomorrow out in where's it? It's somewhere out in Georgia.
Yeah, Fayetteville.
Fayetteville.
Out here in Fayetteville, Georgia, man. This will be my third time being a speaker up there, so it's always exciting. And no matter how many times I do it, man, I always get nervous. You know what I'm saying? Before I got to talk, you know what I mean? Even though I talk all day every day, yeah, but it's okay.
Really pop on Fridays, bro.
Man, what's up, Adoration? How you feeling, sis?
Hey, good. Ooh, happy belated Father's Day to y'all.
Oh, thank you.
Appreciate it.
See that you were glutton the trove like Carmen San Diego.
Man. Out there spending all the money. You know what I'm saying? You ain't buy me nothing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Well, listen, you know what it is though? When you find good stuff over here,
you gotta rack up.
You got to, because the thing is, they don't always have stuff in your size and stuff like that. So when you see it, you buy all of it. Period.
That's real.
Wrong with that.
Every single piece.
Look, I had to stop myself from buying another suit yesterday. You know
I was gonna say, what you got in your closet? Like Mom used to always say.
Yeah.
What's in your closet?
That part. That was Denisha.
That same energy you give your kids.
Yeah, that was Denisha right there. While I was at, I had to no, it wasn't yesterday. It was Wednesday. I went up there to buy me here some stuff for his birthday, and then I walked past the store. I said, "Boy, that red jacket looked real nice." You know what I'm saying? I went there and looked at the price. You know what I'm saying? And he said, "You already got a red jacket here." I said, "But it's not this one." You know what I'm saying? It's not this one. You know what I mean?
This the one.
Yeah, it's only $150, man. I should see if I wouldn't have been on the phone with her, I'd have just came home with it and dealt with it.
And be like, look at what I found.
Right. I wouldn't have told her the price. We'd have been good.
Yeah.
What about you, Third? What's been good with you all week, my brother?
It's been a week. You know what I'm saying? First off, let me do this because two of them are family friends, which they means that they're friends with my family. So happy birthday, Ice Cube. He's a ruthless brother to my cousins, JJ Fad. So happy birthday. His birthday was June 15th. Happy birthday to the West Coast own Tupac Shakur. His birthday was June 16th. And MC Ren. MC Ren's birthday, I would think, was June 16th as well. Also, too, which is another ruthless brother. Also, too, happy birthday to my nephew Mahir, because his birthday was June. Oh, I skipped somebody. Hold up, second, nephew. Shout out to the new king of the West Coast, Mr. Kendrick Lamar, because his birthday was June 17th. Then my nephew Mahir, the young new king, his birthday was June 18th. He was almost the Juneteenth baby. And then now it's Juneteenth, you know what I'm saying? So we are here.
That's it. Why we missed it by like 15, 20 minutes, man. You know what I'm saying? But we was almost there. You know what I mean?
We still gonna
shouts out to all the Geminis, you crazy psychopaths. You know what I'm saying? We love y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, make sure you guys are hitting the like button. Make sure you guys are hitting the share. Also, too, we have the stars down there. If you're on Facebook, there's the stars. You know what I'm saying? Donate to the United Negro Rapping Fund, because a rhyme is a terrible thing to waste. You know what I'm saying? We need all the coins that we can get, because we only pop on Fridays. Shout out to the YouTube people. If you guys are watching on YouTube, we thank you. We love you, because you guys will stay watching the Ratchet News on there, and the shorts have been popping. So shout out to all 10,000 of y'all. Facebook, make sure you guys are just liking and sharing. Please share. It's really important. All right. But with that said, let's just go ahead. We got some good stuff today, but before we get into the good, we just got to get through some of this ratchetness. So, shout out to me for taking my time to get this ratchet news done in time.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy 30 Green. We're back with more ratchet news. Well, some of it's ratchet, some of it's not, but we still got to speak on it. So let's go.
What's good, y'all? We're back and we're celebrating Juneteenth weekend. So, it's been lovely. Enjoy the celebrations, but also shout out to Dr. Opal Lee, literally the grandmother of Juneteenth, who literally left her footprints on the celebration of Juneteenth as a holiday. She walked from her home, I think somewhere in like Mississippi or down south, all the way to Washington, D.C. President Biden signed it into law, made it a holiday. So salute, Queen. Moving on. But with that being said, President Trump does not like the fact that we have Juneteenth as a holiday, and he wants to try to do something about it. So he's trying to erase those footprints, right? But he loves black people. All right, we're moving on. Speaking of Juneteenth, Lil Wayne was rocking the Juneteenth Black Heritage Night softball game. But, bro, take that back to there's no racism and all the other stuff you was talking about. No Black Lives Matter. Go take that back over there with them. We don't believe you. When your album's trash and you talking this, moving on. Shout out to the late great Tupac Shakur, West Coast, Bay Area, LA area's very own. His birthday was June 16th. We see you. We salute you, King. We miss you. Moving on.
Got to do a little something Oakland style on that there stage out there.
That was for our very own adoration out of Tupac's mouth. I'm done. Okay, done being petty. Moving on. Also, June 17th was Kendrick Lamar's birthday. So shout out to him. Salute, King. Happy birthday. And then June 19th was my nephew Mahir's birthday, but for purposes of being public, I had to cover his face, We're moving on. R. Kelly had collapsed after alleged medication overdose in prison. Lawyer claims life in danger behind bars. But a federal judge denied R. Kelly's bid for home detention, and also Billboard denied him the #1 spot of being named the best R&B singer of all time. So, hey, he just caught double L's this week, triple L's. But prayers to him. Moving on. 22-year-old New York school employee charged with felony after allegedly sending news to a 14-year-old boy. What the funk is wrong with you, girl? All right, moving on. Rapper That Mexican OT responds to backlash after justifying why it's acceptable for him to say the N-word. No, the funk is not. Matter of fact, we gonna speak on this either at an after party or next week. But I got some words for you, bro. We're gonna play this. We're gonna take a deep dive. But moving on. But in that same vein, 19 Mexican Mafia gang members charged in conspiracy to murder LA rapper Swifty Blue. Moving on. Wendy Williams' ex-husband Kevin Hunter filed a $250 million lawsuit seeking to end her guardianship. Wendy denies involvement. This dude's still trying to get paid off of her, right? Moving on. ICE agents spotted at Dodger Stadium as team set to make immigration announcement. That's crazy. They lurking at Dodger Stadium. If any place to do it, it would be that, right? Moving on. The Trump administration plans to shut down the National LGBTQ Suicide Prevention Hotline. Man, that dude is cold. Moving on. End of an era, the Buss family is entering an agreement to sell majority ownership of the Lakers to Mark Walter, who is the majority owner of the Dodgers. So he owns the Dodgers and the Lakers, and two winning teams in LA, so shout out to him. It's sad to see. I'm a huge Laker fan, but salute. Moving on. It's being reported that the cast of Friends still earns $20 million per year. Sheesh, man, I would love to be a friend. All right, but moving on. Engineers have developed a headset that records dreams while you sleep and plays them back afterwards. You don't want to see these dreams, but I would love to, play back some of mine so people would believe some of the stuff I say. But moving on. Angela Simmons confirms breakup from Yo Gotti. Yeah, because it was getting kind of messy towards the end, man. But prayers and salute to both of them. Moving on. 20-year-old mother dies just hours after having BBL surgery in Miami, Florida. I'm telling you, leave this cosmetic surgery stuff alone. Just be natural. Go to the gym. Eat your collard greens and yams if you want to go ahead and tone up or get some butt back there. You don't have to go get some enhancement. But that's just me. Moving on. Lil Wayne's son claims that Wayne wrote most of Drake's music. I don't know about wrote, maybe. I don't know. We weren't there, but definitely influenced because he did kind of wear that Lil Wayne jacket for a minute. But moving on. It's being alleged that Diddy will not testify in explosive federal trial as jury prepares for verdict. It should come down next week. We shall see. Stay tuned. Moving on. DNA reveals that ancient Europeans had dark skin as recently as 3,000 years ago. It was literally a black planet, right? Moving on. Shout out to me for getting back into the gym. We've been playing basketball, but being of age that I can no longer do it and my feet look tired. Moving on. Nearly 800 infant remains found in a septic tank in a home formerly run by Catholic nuns. That is just sick. Moving on. Shout out to Donald Trump for literally having us on the brink of World War III. Great job, you big dummy. And this is only month 6. All right, we're moving on. ATL Candyland stripper charged in deadly downtown hit and run crashes again in Cobb with tequila, weed, and Molly in the car. Talking about a dummy that doesn't learn, right? Moving on. National Weather Service issues Alaska's first ever heat advisory. It's literally crazy when, it's getting hot as hell in a cold ass Alaska, right? Global warming. Moving on. Complex dropped its top 50 New York rappers, and Jay-Z's number 1, Biggie 2, Nas 3, Rakim 4, and LL 5. We will talk about this. We're going to have an after party, y'all. Moving on. Popular streamer Duchess Dior unalived on live stream by punk ass husband, the Frenchman. You a punk and a bitch? May you ride. Moving on. And I'm talking about the husband that unalived her. That was his uncalled for. How you do? Moving on. Now, Bambi's fiance Rayface has a whole family was just using her for TV exposure. Yeah. Moving on. Corrupt's ex-wife confirms Party Up was a diss to Corrupt, reveals Snoop Dogg was feeding DMX information. So that whole line, you're whack, you're twisted, your girl's a hoe, you broke the Kenny George, and everybody know your own man say you stupid. You be like, so, I love my baby mother. I never let her go. That was a great diss song, but really cold. It's crazy if that's true about Snoop, but moving on. But yeah, it was Father's Day weekend. We went to Melba's Soul Food Kitchen in San Bernardino. And, shout out to them for having us. The food was delicious. We're going to talk about it right here live on the show. But they're running back their $10 plates after they sold out last weekend. So make sure that you go stop by and check them out. But real quick, after we talked about them last week, Tyler Perry is being sued for essaying against Oval actor. And we're going to talk about this, but I think it's a shakedown. But hey, that's all I got. I'm Third Degree. Enjoy the show. Let's go.
Anyway, I'm your boy Third Degree, and that's been your Ratchet News. Enjoy the show.
Whoa, that last one though. Tyler Perry.
That's truthfully, it's one of the topics for tonight. Yeah. So
oh.
It's one of the topics for tonight.
I'm so glad you showed our elder sister who marched up there for Juneteenth. Because I was having this discussion with someone, and I didn't hold it against you, but Juneteenth's colors are red, white, and blue. For people who don't know, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, they were green.
No, they're red, white, and blue, and it bothers me that people keep putting red, black, and green on there because that's not the colors.
It's
of
the
Juneteenth.
Pan African. Yeah,
okay.
I get it. It's debatable for me because again, and I think we've had this talk before. I get it. Yeah, those are the official colors of of Juneteenth. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people do things that are kind of like that kind of coordinate with that. But my personal feelings is that there's a lot of lies. There's a lot of deep history that goes on behind it. I don't see how you can take pride in the red, white, and blue, seeing as that it is like it's one of those things that's celebrated enough with 4th of July. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think the red, black, and the green represents the Black America, which is what we are. We're Black Americans because the red, white, and blue has not really been fairly justifiable for us. And especially when we're talking about liberation, because when they fought in 1776, for their independence, there was people who looked like us that were not free. So it was really, really hypocritical. And even with that being said, the proclamation of the proclamation that President Lincoln signed was a falsehood too, because if we're talking real, yeah, he definitely freed the slaves, right? But he freed them in the outlaw state. And by that time, the southern states had seceded from the north, so they were pretty much not a part of the Union. Mm-hmm. They separated themselves from the Union to essentially say, "F you, we're going to do what we want." So therefore, henceforth, saying they were still slaves. You know what I'm saying? So, and even in the I guess you would say like the neutral territories, whatever, you know, there was still slavery. You know, saying the verbiage of the proclamation was not really freeing anybody. It wasn't until the Civil War ended and then Congress passed the bill that ended slavery, that outlawed it with the 13th Amendment, that people were actually free. And even still, that didn't get ratified till like December of 1865. So, I mean, there's a lot of deception between that red, white, and blue. And then history gets blurred.
Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
I'm ready.
Who created that first version of the American flag?
Batman.
I believe it was a black woman. Yes, ma'am. I believe it was a black woman, right? Did we or did we not fight in every war, even the ones where we weren't free? We still participated and fought just as much, if not more, than some people who are considered American today.
And built the whole country.
Yeah, we built everything from scratch, sir.
Yeah.
I'm going to take the utmost pride in that red, white, and blue because my ancestors died under that. You know what I mean? And they fought hard until we were accepted, and we fought and we bled to be able to be equal under that banner that we created when we weren't equal. So one mean doesn't justify the end. You know what I mean? It is what it is, brother. And folks said it was red, white, and blue. It's got to be red, white, and blue. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, you disrespecting the ancestors. You know what I mean? Because that's what they thought during that time. So you got to rock with it. And it ushers in the how am I going to put this? It ushers in the ability to be co-opted by so many other things.
Right.
And I don't agree with that because nobody lets us co-opt.
Debatable. I see both sides.
So,
I
get where you're going.
I see both sides. Absolutely.
My bloodline, though. My bloodline said, funk that. You know what I'm saying? Some of them had to move from different cities, change their names. As a matter of fact, on both sides of families, you know, they had to move because they said, funk that. Literally had to slap a white man with a hammer, one with a shovel, one, you know, some unalive, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? So there's always been a thing of actually us being our own. You know what I'm saying? And which, again, if you're talking about my bloodline, yeah, I definitely had people who fought in the Revolutionary War. You know what I'm saying? But that's from the other side. You know what I'm saying? And I found that out. But like I said, man, it's really complex. I think that the red, black, and green gives us a sense of identity. Again, and here we are in America still trying to fight for rights that should have been awarded for us, just like the other folks. So how do you take pride and umbrage in something that isn't really designed for you to begin with? That's just my personal thoughts. You know what I mean?
I hear you.
America is still a great country. You know what I'm saying? It has some blemishes. It has some stuff it needs to clean and correct. But, you know, when you know your history and you know thyself, it's kind of hard to celebrate. So that's why I kind of, you know, I kind of can't. You know what I mean? So funk all that.
But I kind of get what Quez is saying, too, because I feel like what Quez is saying almost is like, we've done these things and they kept, I mean, they're doing it right now, erasing history as if we haven't done it. And then they say, like, do you want me to give you a handout? Like, no, that's our shit. I mean, you don't need to give me a handout. That's mine. Like they did with country music. Now they're making 2 categories of country music because they can't have Beyonce out here winning these things. And they're like, oh, we got to change this whole system because if she just touches anything that we touch.
And she did that purposely, you know, so shout out to Beyonce. Yeah. I get 100%. What Quez is saying is 100% right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's true to it because there have definitely been our ancestors who have fought and died in it. And again, I've actually had relatives, you know what I'm saying, black ones who fought for the Union, especially in the Civil War. So I get it, you know what I'm saying? But again, like, the fact that you had to fight is my point.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
You know, so he's 100% correct. I get it. Yeah. I just choose not to partake. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really a big fan of the 4th of July. You know, it can kiss my ass. You know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely.
But America's still a great country. You know what I'm saying? It literally has some blemishes. We definitely fought for it. We definitely had ancestors who built it. You know what I'm saying? So America is just as ours as it is theirs. So I get what he's saying. I just,
you know what I mean? You gotta take
But
pride.
with that being said, you know what I'm saying? Don't mean to kind of.
What's up, Jess?
Hey, Jess. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead. We're getting started. Some house rules, real quick. Tonight's topics. We're talking about we just talked about him last week, which was Tyler Perry. And he has a new SA lawsuit, which, you know, again, we're gonna break that down a little bit. Also, too, K. Michelle is making headlines with, you know, her ratchetness, you know, saying in her mouth. You know, so we're gonna talk about that. Also, the clips have been dropping. They dropped 2 new songs, which has been like fire. And I'm wondering because like they're like damn near like almost 50, right? But these cats are dropping better heat than some of these cats who are out now. And I mean, their bars are really like, ugh. So because of the copyright, I'm really afraid of the copyrights, whatever. We're gonna do that segment towards the end. You know what I mean? But yeah, we're definitely gonna talk and break down their bars. I think I may have did it right. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully I don't get a copyright strike. But also too, so if you guys are watching, if you guys want to come on as a guest, if you guys are on Facebook, I got the link in the description on Facebook, and I got it in the comments section, and it's pinned. So if you're coming on, make sure that if you're using your phone, you're using your headphones because they work better. They won't bleed into the show. Also, make sure, too, that you're in a nice, quiet spot and you're close to your Wi-Fi because we don't want you breaking up or sounding like distorted or whatever. You know, so we'll make sure you sound really legit. Make sure, too, there's no eating on camera because, again, it distracts. It smacks into the show. Regardless of whatever some punk-ass haters say, this is a production. And, you know, and you will be presented out to millions of people, you know what I'm saying, essentially. And we don't want you going out looking like you busters and ratchets or whatever. So, you know, make sure that you're not eating on camera. You know, you can drink, you know what I'm saying, and whatever, that's cool. Make sure there's no background noise, you know what I'm saying, because we don't need babies crying. We don't need helicopters, you know, gunshots, you know what I'm saying, or, you know, whatever's going on in the background. We don't need it into the show. We don't need TVs or any type of music bleeding in because they copyright strike, and they even copyright strike me on my own music. I have to fight these fools every single week, you know, so we just don't need it, you know what I mean? So just also, too, there may be some topics that, you know, you may agree to disagree with, but just do it respectfully. It's okay to be passionate, but just please be respectful. No name calling, no talking about pulling up, no, none of that. You know what I'm saying? Just do it respectful. We can agree to disagree, and you can feel how you want to feel, but just be respectful. Other than that, have a good show. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy yourself. We are a safe place for you to come speak your mind. As long as you're not preaching hate, you know, we're all good here. So
you're saying I can't eat my watermelon?
No, definitely. I mean, I know it's a Juneteenth staple, but, you know, being a production, you know what I'm saying? And we're going out to like millions of people. Well, like I said, 3rd degrees worldwide. You know, we don't want the stereotypical Negro chomping down on the watermelon live on the show.
I'll bring the fried chicken.
Fried chicken and watermelon, you know what I'm saying?
Even though they're both amazing. Fried
Absolutely.
chicken and
My
watermelon.
favorites.
And we were just at Staters, right? And when I walked outside, I smelled that fried chicken in the air. I was about to be all tired for stereotypical Negro over here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Everybody
absolutely.
loves fried chicken. Everybody.
Yeah, even over here in Asia, like in Thailand, those are staples too. Fried chicken and watermelon.
Yeah,
So,
Thai
right.
fried chicken is good too. You ever see that?
Ooh.
People be sleep on the Thai
Hey.
fried chicken.
Hey, man, I've been hearing about the new craze about the Korean fried chicken. You know what I'm saying? Like, is that
Fried
good too?
chicken too. Yeah.
Oh, man, I got to try it.
It's different, but it's still good. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Good is an understatement.
Yeah,
I
it's
eat meat
different,
over
but
fried
it's still
chicken.
good. Because no, people go, you know how people
Listen.
be. But this ain't like
Y'all
our
want to
chicken.
know how I get all these jiggly? Okay.
Not the
They
jiggles.
be
Not
frying
the
chicken in
jiggles.
Asia. They be frying chicken. How do I maintain my American jiggly?
It's American jiggly.
Adoration said, you want to know how I get this
Just like
jiggly?
we be frying it back at home. And you gotta go to the street. You can't be going to these private restaurants. You gotta be going to
Right.
the street.
You gotta get it off the block.
They be frying some chicken like a black person.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Like your grandmama. It'd be good. Like finger licking.
Next time I come to
bone
California,
chicken.
you know, I've never eaten Jollibees. I see people talk about it all the time. That I've never.
Those people. No.
Adoration had to look at disgust. I think I'm gonna trust Adoration on this one. When she, hold on, but you did
I
say
see people talk about the chicken is good all the time.
Jollibees, no.
I know it's mainstream. I just never had it, and I always.
You know what? Real talk. You know, a place that has good chicken is Melba's.
Okay.
And you know, so shout out to Melba's Soul Food Kitchen in San Bernardino. You know, we went out last week for Father's Day weekend, and you know, so despite what some punk ass haters got to say, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying, Quez. I'm trying to do better. I'm not no more petty going forward. Okay.
Come on, man.
It was too much though. But you know, the beautiful thing about it was that, you know what I'm saying, we advertised on the show. We were advertising on Facebook. You know, people were sharing. Thank you to everybody who shared Melba's, because he had $10 plates going on for Father's Day weekend. And literally by Sunday, they had sold out. They literally had to turn people away because they sold out. So for the people that were on the show that pulled up and they went supported, I thank you, love you, blessings. Because, you know, without you, I mean, the Kevin was really, really happy over the fact that he's been hitting me up and like, hey, we got to do X, Y, and Z. He wants to connect with Jess with her treats, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to have a legitimate spot to sit up there and to sell Jess's Sugar Express, you know, treats, you know what I'm saying? Whether it be cookies, whether it be cakes, whether it be chocolate covered strawberries or pretzels or even cheesecake, you know, because she made me a cookie butter cheesecake for my birthday. And I'm telling you, it was slamming. So with Melba's Soul Food, with Jessica's Sugar Express by Jess coming together and merging.
Y'all about to make me fly out there.
You got to come out, and you're always welcome here. I know you family here.
Everywhere else, but back home. Bring your ass home.
I know the good food is at home. When people ask me like, "What country? Which food do you like the best?" I'm like, I mean, there's really no competition. I'm not gonna lie.
Right.
But Dubai got good food. They do have good food. They try to
here's the thing, Adoration. So you fly out here, we're gonna fly out there. We're gonna try some good food out there. You try some good food out here.
Yeah, definitely.
That's the real thing, especially when you get it from the homegrown. And you know, the one thing I can say about Melba's is definitely, well, you'll see. I documented the trip. It's right here, so just check it out, and then you know we'll talk about it.
Everybody that's watching this and listening to this, you come down there tomorrow at Melba Soul Food Kitchen and say that you guys heard it on the show. We gonna give you a free piece of cake.
What's good? It's your boy Third. We're down here at Melba's, San Bernardino. Make sure you come check it out. We out here in Melba's. We got Jessica right here. We got Third. We're about to try it out. We're about to let y'all know how it be.
Can't wait.
Can't wait. We got Kevin Mercer right here. Got Third Degree doing it big. I couldn't show the video of me eating it, but I'm say just like this, nothing but pure fire. Go out to Melba Soul Food Kitchen in San Bernardino. Give them a try. Tell them Third sent you.
Man, good business.
Man. So he hit me. He's like, hey, sold out. We had to turn people away because they were still trying to come and get chicken. So,
hey,
as
unfortunate as that may be, that is actually a good sign.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And you gotta turn the folks away, man, because you ran out of food. That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Keep up the good work, brother.
So Kevin Mercer, shout out to you. It was a pleasure, brother. Me and you linking up with you out there. You were really hospitable. You treated us like, you know, we were family. You know what I'm saying? we went back. Truthfully, we went twice. We went that Saturday and we went Sunday. And each day that we went, he was like, you know what, brother? I'm gonna take care of you. Don't worry, I got you. And he hooked us up. Jess got the fish on the second day.
And it was fine.
Fish was good, okay.
Yeah.
The mac and cheese was good. You know, I'm still the king. You know what I'm saying? But the queen put it down. You know what I'm saying? You know, so shout out to his wife for that one. But also too, the one thing I'm gonna say that's incredible about, you know, because right now it's a soft open because they're still, you know, trying to, how do you explain it, getting the paperwork, decorating. In his vision, he wants to have a whole shop. He wants to have a stage where, you know, jazz could be being played. He wants to have, you know what I'm saying? But right now he got the blessing, he got the building, you know what I'm saying? And it was a blessing how he got it. So he's like, you know what? You know, he brought the grill out, you know, I'm gonna sell plates. So he's been up here just doing it. And as a matter of fact, they're running back the $10 plates this weekend in celebration of Juneteenth. So make sure that you guys go out to San Bernardino and check it out. You know what I'm saying? But the one thing I'm going to tell you about his barbecue is the sauce. Because, you know, there have been people who I'm a real good critic of sauce. You know what I'm saying? If it tastes like ketchup, I'm going to tell you. If it tastes like BS, I'm going to tell you. But, you know, the sauce was good to where if I'm sopping it up with the bread, you know what I'm saying? It's definitely. And so I got the 3-plate combo, the 3 meat. You know, so I got the chicken, I got the rib, and I got the what else? Oh, the hot link. The hot link with that sauce, pure fire. And the greens were good. And then, you know, so top it off, you know, he hooked me up with some Louisiana crunch cake. You know, so shout out to my people from Louisiana.
Wow. Oh my God.
I'm trying to tell you, man. He made it an experience. So shout out to Kevin Mercer.
Man, good stuff, man. Good stuff.
And and thanks to you, everybody watching Drop Your 3 Cent, it was because of you that brought him business. And it was because of you that helped him sell out those plates. And it's because of you that he's coming back asking us to, hey, keep pumping out and keep promoting on the show. It's because of you. So thank you. Much love from us for everybody who showed up on behalf of Drop Your 3 Cent. We brought that man some business, and I want to see him flourish. Like, Quez, you know, you said something to me that was really profound. You know, the whole time that I wanted to start this show, what was the reason why I wanted to start this show, or what was one of the underlying things?
Man, to help people network and help the community. You know what I'm saying? Which is the only reason why I came on board. You know, because I'm not really into all of this kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I can always a good general knows how to follow a good leader, man. You know what I'm saying? And he had the vision, so I said, let's rock with it. And he's been true to that mission the entire time. You know what I mean? Now, of course, you know, on the back channels, man, we're gonna get you some money eventually. Bro, I'm not worried about the money. You know what I'm saying? I show up every week for free because it's the vision, you know what I'm saying, and I can see it working. And you know, for the people who don't know, my bro put a lot of work into this. You know what I'm saying? Every week it's work. You know what I'm saying? Whether he's sending topics, reviewing them. Hey, do you think we should talk about this? Putting together Ratchet News. You know what I mean? Creating flyers, all of that stuff, man. That's work. On top of this is neither one of our full-time job. You know what I'm saying? We ain't just sitting at home being content creators. You know what I'm saying? We got real lives and families and jobs, and you know what I'm saying? It's a labor of love in beginning because until the labor turns into pay. But you know, shouts out to you because you took it serious and you've been consistent and you stuck true to the mission. So, you know, most people would have quit by now because they ain't got no check. But you know what I mean? You show up every week. I'm just being honest. You know what I mean?
It's true.
Most people would be like, man, I ain't got paid yet. I can't even get no stars on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody want to reshare and look, bro. It's not about that, you know. But you know, when you do make it, everybody gonna say, "I knew you was gonna do it third."
Yeah,
you the whole time ain't never seen a damn episode. But you know what I'm saying? That's here.
Right.
That's true.
But no,
and you know, we doing something. I went out to Oceanside yesterday and ran into a cat that we know. Shout out to Gibraltar. If you're watching, because he said, I'm gonna check out the podcast. But he was like, man, y'all put me on the podcast, you know, saying he came out from Tennessee and he was like, I watched the podcast. So yeah, I just ran into him randomly, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to him, man. But we're definitely touching people, and especially like I said, man, we got Adoration who's holding it down out in Asia. You know what I'm saying? We had the brother out from Scotland. We got people from New York. We got Cali, Vegas, Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? So we're definitely worldwide, and I appreciate you for giving me that, man, because the whole mission was to help network and to help people on. Like, you know, again, you know, how can I sit up there and be successful if I'm not bringing up my friends too? So, you know, whatever it is that you got popping, let's use our talents. Let's put it together, put it in this mixing pot we call gumbo, and let everybody eat from it. You know what I'm saying? And let's use it. Another thing too, I want to shout out to my dude Quez. So it's summertime. If you guys need to go on a vacation, if you guys need flights, we get you there. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got a business, him and his wife will get you there. So make sure that you're hitting them up. You know what I'm saying? And if you need to get a flight, or if you need to get hotel reservations, this man right here.
Hey, appreciate that, man. Appreciate
No
that.
doubt.
We don't talk about it a lot, but yeah, we're full service travel agency, so we do everything: excursions, flights, hotels, rental cars, travel insurance. We do it all. So
right, that's how we were able to hook you mothers up for Mother's Day with the cruises. So shout out to the mothers who came up, you came on the show, who hit us up. You know, you got your cruises. You know, I think we still got to hook up Rob's wife, but. Everybody, thank you for coming through and definitely showing love.
Yeah, if you're on Facebook, man, just hit me up, send me your first and last name like it's on your ID and your email address. If you were one of those ladies, and we'll make sure we get that out to you. You know what I'm saying? If you haven't received it, give me a call. We can look at it, make sure it went out properly, all that good stuff. So check us out with that. Absolutely. A blessing, you know what I'm saying? You pay the taxes on it, but you know what I mean? Where else you gonna get a cruise voucher from that you can use up to 2 years from now?
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Where else?
Right.
I just be giving them away. I don't even be telling people. Somebody want to bless them, I just, hey man, you going to cruise? There you go.
Beautiful.
But nah, good stuff, man. Good stuff, man. Hey, Jess, where your glasses at, man? You was out here perpetrating the fraud, or you really blind? You know what I'm saying?
I know. I was like, oh man, those are pretty.
I think Jess can't see. That's why she be looking Chinese every show, because she.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? She looked like she could see everything with the glasses on, and then she come back on the show looking Asian. You know what I'm saying? Put your glasses on, Jess.
Hey, whether she got the glasses on or not, she look Asian regardless. This is just genetic. You gotta blame her moms. Like literally, I went into the little corner store, the little bodega out here, you know, and there was a woman in there who looked almost identical to her mom's. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Like, hot damn, she's an Asian woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that could be your mom's sister. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hell no, that's
and
good
she
stuff,
ain't got
man.
no Asian in her.
Yeah,
we know you're more black than third, like the rest of us. You know what I'm saying? We know. We all know.
Hey, you know what? Adoration, I need your address because I have a Ancestry.com DNA test just sitting here. You know what I'm saying? I want to see what you got in you.
I'm not Asian, y'all. Sorry.
Adoration got more too. She might have some Thai green.
I'll check it out. Okay, I'll do it.
Yeah,
you
I'm
might
gonna
find some Thai
I'm
green
gonna bless
chili
you because I want to see what your results are.
Nah, I'm gonna do it by myself. Just in case. I can fabricate my results.
Hey, nah, you'll be all right. You'll probably be more than third too. Don't worry about it.
Everybody, I think so.
Right, everybody need mama more than me. That's
everybody who's not white is more black.
Hey, no, real talk, real quick. Her mama is more than me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's what I'm saying.
And she look Asian. She's really light skinned. Like she really can woman, and she has more African than me. I'm like, blame my father, man.
One drop rule over here. You got one drop. You got one drop of Negro blood in you. You got more than third. You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and call it. You know what I'm saying? We don't need.
All right, y'all. Y'all ain't shit. But anyway. All right, so we got some topics tonight. You know, Tyler Perry essay, lawsuit. We're gonna talk about that. That's not gonna take long because I'm gonna give you my 3 cents. And I don't mean to really kind of defend, but I just gotta just be real about it. Also, too, we got K Michelle speaking some dumb-ish, you know what I'm saying? And then we got the clips. So the clips will be like the last 30 minutes of the show. But
The Clips,
so
I don't know who they are.
Hey, Adoration, I gotta put you on the Clips because Adoration. The one thing, yeah, she is young, but the one she was born the year that Tupac died, so she's not too far off the spectrum. But you know, the thing I love about Adoration is that she's a music lover. She's a hip hop head. She's all about the culture. Matter of fact, they're from Virginia and not too far from where you're from.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But these dudes got bars. They're damn near 50, and they're spitting better than some of these younger cats. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, like. Yeah. I like, dude, like seriously, their album is dropping July 11th, but like, why wait? You know what I'm saying? Just go ahead and leak the shit now. Just drop it now. You know what I'm saying? Like, Pusha T, he's underrated. He's up there with Jadakiss, like underrated MCs. Like, but Malice, his brother, he left hip hop to go. You know, he found religion, and shout out to him for that. You know what I'm saying? Because he was really on it. But even still, it's like he ain't never left a beat. Like that dude's still like he's cold. He might be colder than Pusha T. And Pusha T is cold. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I got it right here. But we gotta just wait because again, like Facebook likes to hate on me. Copyright strikes. Like I said, I literally had to fight him for my own music.
That's crazy. But that's how you know your music is protected. At least you know your music is protected.
Thank you, Adoration.
You did it right.
Worldwide third. All right, but y'all. So yeah, so we'll go ahead. We'll choose between either King Michelle and her dumbass, or we go for Tyler Perry. So what do you guys want to dive in?
Tyler Perry. I need to hear what's the lawsuit.
Word to Big Bird. Okay, let's do Tyler Perry. But before we do, I got to go ahead and we got to show some love to some people. So, matter of fact, Sugar Express coming by Jess is not really coming soon, but it is coming soon because if we get it plugged into that store, you know, so you're gonna have a centralized, a generalized spot to go get it. But you know, we just go ahead. We're gonna do our ads real quick, and then we'll get into it.
Hello, family. I'm Marquez.
Hey, you guys, and I'm Denisha.
We all want the best for our children, right? Security, opportunities, and a future filled with endless possibilities.
That's right, but here's the question. What are you doing today to create that future? Imagine building a business that creates generational wealth, leaving a legacy that grows even when you're not working, showing your children what it means to dream big and take action.
That's right. With PlanNet Marketing, we offer you the opportunity to earn income while still being present with and for your family. We show you how to invest in their future while securing your own and teach them by example what financial freedom should look like.
And don't just tell your kids to dream big, show them how it's done.
That's right, comment below or
you could just message us for a direct link to our presentation.
Hey y'all, I just got word that since they sold out food last weekend, Best is running back there. $10 plates for Juneteenth weekend. Sure you head to Best Soul Food Kitchen in St. Nonino and eat good for $10. Best Soul Food Kitchen. We're bringing soul back to the Inland Empire.
Yeah.
And we are back. We are back. So yeah, Third Degree, king30.com. Go ahead and get your merch too. You know what I'm saying? Definitely check out Quez. Definitely check out Jess. Adoration, what you got going on?
Survival. Survival, y'all. It's hot. It's cold. It's rainy.
Oh, she said, huh? That was classic right there. That was good.
She said, huh? I ain't mad at you, yo. I ain't mad at you. All right, y'all. So Tyler Perry, we literally just talked about Tyler Perry. You know what I'm saying? Like, I took the opportunity to give that man flowers because, you know, we have people within our own community trying to drag him, trying to down him, whatever. And, you know, I gave testimony to how he made two of my friends, like, you know, he gave two of my friends opportunities, you know. So definitely he's somebody that I definitely want to sit down and have a talk with to learn from. But you know, he's definitely hit the news now. He has a new SA lawsuit, you know what I'm saying, so to say. And let me just go ahead and say I think I got a clip to kind of generalize it. I'm not gonna play the full thing because it's still kind of long, but you'll understand kind of like the gist of what is happening with Tyler Perry.
I'm not a lawyer, but an actor named Derek Dixon, who played the role of Dale on the BET series The Oval, recently filed a lawsuit against Tyler Perry, and I read all 46 pages of the complaint. So let me tell you why Derek Dixon is suing Tyler Perry for $260 million. Okay? And it really comes down to what the lawsuit says was Tyler Perry promising Derek creative opportunities, such as getting a role in a show or him promising to make a show Derek created, but it would require Derek having to deal with the harassment, assault, battery, and professional retaliation from Tyler Perry. The lawsuit starts with how Derek first met Tyler Perry, which was in 2019 at an event at Tyler Perry Studios. At the time, Derek was working for an event company that Tyler used for his events, and on the day of this event, Derek says Tyler, quote, picked him out of a crowd of employees and began asking him about his employment status and if he wanted to be an actor. At the end of the party, Tyler insisted that him and Derek exchange phone numbers, and almost immediately the two began texting. According to the suit, in some of these text messages, Tyler would be asking Derek about his dreams and aspirations, as well as his interest in writing and acting. And then one day, the lawsuit says that Tyler asked Derek to send him an acting audition over the phone, but Derek tells him he's at a Halloween party. So Tyler replied, asking to see pictures of Derek in his costume. Derek sends the pictures, and then the lawsuit says that Tyler responded saying, quote, I was gonna say, your cowboy needs a sugar daddy. You look great, you're just lacking costume parts. Sorry, don't want to offend. Derek replies to this message saying, not at all, it's so true, half-assed costume. And then Tyler Perry responds saying, what's true? Cowboy needs a sugar daddy. According to the lawsuit, this comment from Tyler Perry was him implying that he wanted to be Derek's sugar daddy. Now, shortly after this interaction, the lawsuit says that Tyler Perry held another event at his house and specifically requested for Derek to work the event, which meant he had to be flown from LA to Atlanta to be there. Now, following that event, the lawsuit says communications between the two of them continued, and during one text exchange, Tyler told Derek he would love to find him a job and change his life. He went on to say, quote, be careful hanging around me. I cause dreamers to dream big. I cause them to not only believe, but do. Then he says, you're an artist. You have to be fulfilled. Nothing else will suffice. The lawsuit says after that text exchange, Derek received an offer to play the part of a character named Dale in Tyler's TV series, Ruthless. So Derek does the role, and about 1 month after filming that show, the suit says that Tyler Perry bought Derek a car because he, quote, hated Derek's Jeep. So more calls, conversations, and events happened, and according to Derek, the conversations with Tyler Perry started to get strange. The suit says in one text, Tyler said, quote, I can't tell you the last time I pumped gas or went to the supermarket or flew commercial or packed a bag or had good mex. It was before I was rich. Derek says he thought the messages were strange coming from Tyler, but he decided to downplay them in hopes that he would be able to showcase his acting and writing talents off to Tyler. Now, a few months after that text exchange, Tyler Perry invited Derek to his house. Derek goes over, they have some drinks, and the conversation was overall pretty friendly. However, according to the lawsuit, at the end of the night, Tyler Perry invited Derek to stay over since they had been drinking, and Derek...
Okay.
Exactly.
So where's the essay, though?
All right.
Where's the essay?
So the text messages that were released didn't really have anything incriminating, you know what I'm saying? And how do I say this?
I mean,
I'm gonna set it off. You know, and I don't care, you know, if you're out there, you got something to say against me. Again, drop your 3 cents at gmail.com. My name is Third Degree on the Facebook page. You know what I'm saying? If you're watching, whatever, all the shots, all the smoke, I want it. To me, this sounds like bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because when this man made this statement right here,
building everywhere you go. I can tell you this. I have made more black millionaires, hear me when I say this, than any studio in this city combined, because I'm making footprints.
yeah, ever since he made that one, I guess he became a threat to the establishment. Maybe this cat was at home like, hey, where's my million? He made all these black millionaires. How come not me? It's bullshit. Because again, it's just like, you know, how we talked about someone with, excuse my French. Excuse how we talked about with some of these women within Hollywood. Some of these men are just as thirsty too. So I'm going to be the first, and I'm going to say this publicly. I don't care about Tyler Perry's sexual preference, whether he's gay, straight, bisexual, asexual, whatever he got going on. I don't care about all that. You know, the simple fact of the matter is that he's sitting up here, he's putting people in position. He's a businessman. He owns his own studio. He's writing his own rules. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, like when it's stuff like this that happens, because I've been in the Hollywood workings, I know how some of these dudes are thirsty. I see how some of these dudes are maybe even straight heterosexual men who will think, hey, if I get the opportunity, I'm going to sit there and I might sell my soul or sell out a little bit just to get put on and get put in a position. You know what I'm saying? So just like what we heard in the lawsuit, when dude was talking about, hey, I went over to his house, blah, 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 blah. You have the power to say no. You know what I'm saying? If he did not force you, then you have the power to say no. You have to leave. Hey, whether it meant that you're not on TV or not, you know what I'm saying? You're putting yourself in this position because you think that's going to put you in a higher position to elevate your career, and you're selling your ass. So again, when it seems like since I'm sorry, when he made that statement, I think there was some resentment, and because of that resentment is now what we have, which is why again I'm not sitting up there. And let me just go ahead and just backtrack a little bit. If you are a victim of SA abuse, you know what I'm saying? I definitely sympathize and I empathize with you. I'm not saying or trying to downplay your feelings in this regard. I'm just saying in this particular instance, it just sounds like it's a money grab and a shakedown on my phone. But that's my 3 cents, and I'm gonna let you guys have it.
Ladies, what y'all got?
Look,
What up, my fellow Hebrew Rob?
Hello, sir. I always knew that Tyler Perry was, left leaning.
Me too.
I mean, that's obvious, right?
I think we all did. You know what I'm saying?
We all did. Yeah. I had to look it up to see if it was common knowledge or if like it was just common knowledge to me and my family. I wasn't sure. I didn't hear the essay part of the story. Maybe I'll have to go look into it because being gay is not essay. So if somebody making sexual advancements toward you and you feel uncomfortable, that's not essay. Right? So if he bought you a car. It's harassment if it's harassment. It's not just harassment. Like if a guy was like, oh man, I think you're beautiful, I want to buy you a car. And I was like, okay, that's not harassment. You just bought me a car. I might not like it, but it's not harassment. You know what I mean? We talk about respectfully what Diddy did versus what we're hearing in this thing. That's different. You know what I mean? There's a difference between. Now, I understand that when somebody's coming on to somebody that is of the same sex and they don't like it, I understand that, but that's not SA. So I still haven't heard the SA part. So I can't say that Tyler Perry SA'd him, but I can say that based on what I heard, that's what I thought. That's my 3 cents. I know.
You want to go next, Jess?
Okay, next.
Yeah, Jess.
So yeah, I agree with Adoration. I've known before he started making his movies. It's just the way he carries himself and everything. You know, it's kind of obvious.
Right.
But, it's funny how old boy is trying to get him though for SA because like Third said, wait, how old is this guy?
I don't know. You look like you could be in like mid-20s, early 30s, or something.
Yeah, older. So yeah, he is fully capable of saying no to the car, saying no to everything that Tyler Perry offered. You know what I mean? And he could have easily said, "I just want to make this shit a business." He decided to. So hey, you played into all of that just so you can get ahead. Hey, that's on you.
Unless there's some actual SA allegations, because that's not SA. So until there's, if I hear some SA allegations and they prove it true, then hey.
Hey, real quick, because I wanted to get real, like diabolical with this, just put up the text messages, but even in one of the text messages, saying he was talking about, hey, the guy, the Oval actor, was saying something about sleeping with somebody like a Hollywood director to get on top. Tyler Perry said, hey, the one that would actually do that or could do that is sitting in jail right now. You know what I'm saying? This is a text message that they actually put out there. So he's saying that. So he said it's not going to happen because the one that would do that is actually sitting in jail. And from my perception, I believe that he's talking about Harvey Weinstein because it's been proven that he's in jail because of this. So again, so it doesn't make no sense for him to be saying like, "Hey, it won't happen." You know what I'm saying? And then boom, turn around, and then now you suing them for alleged assault, whatever. No. Real quick, Quez, because I know you're going to get off. Let me talk this nigga directly, or this cat directly. Hey, man. You sold your soul, you sold your booty because you thought that, hey, I'm going to get a higher position. Like I said, I don't care if this cat is gay, straight, heterosexual, bisexual, trisexual, metrosexual, asexual, whatever sexual, you know what I'm saying? You thought, hey, if I put myself in this position, if I warm up to him, if I put my booty up to him, if I sleep up at this house, whatever, and then he's gonna put me on. And the fact that your career is not elevated because of that, you know what I'm saying? Now you're in your feelings. Bruh, it's your fault. You know what I'm saying? Like it's literally your fault. You know what I'm saying? Because you thought that this would happen and it didn't happen. But so now you're over here trying to claim whatever. Come on, man.
Disclaimer. If he was actually SA'd, because that's different. Sleeping with someone and getting SA'd by someone is two different things. So that's assuming that he just did what he did.
Very true. Assumptions. Right. You're right. I'm gonna shut up right now because I'm gonna go on my tangents. But go ahead, class.
So I look at things and let me put my disclaimer out as well. I'm not victim blaming or none of that. But you want me as a logical 40-year-old man to think that you were being a server at an event at Tyler Perry Studios. This man picked you out of the crowd, made you a full-fledged actor out of nowhere, and then he sexually, you know what I mean? Like, something ain't adding up, bro.
That's kind of the common story, though, no?
Yeah, for women.
But if you are looking at, take that same, like, let's be honest, Tyler Perry is probably leaning to the left, so.
Well, I completely understand that, but to say that because you didn't get the roles, you specifically put that in there. Like you specifically put in your lawsuit that you was promised some TV or movie roles and you didn't get them. You know what I'm saying? That's a detail. If I was assaulted, I probably would leave out. You know what I mean? Right. I'm just being honest. Like you can't tell me that you as a full grown man went to another grown man house and you had so many drinks, knowing that this man been hitting on you, and you decided to spend the night. It's 2025. You can get an Uber, sir. You didn't have to drive.
More TikToks on this,
you didn't have to drive home. That's no longer an excuse in 2025. Oh, I was too drunk, I couldn't drive. Uber, Lyft, you know what I'm saying? There's all kind of ride sharing apps where you can get home. You know what I'm saying? In a safe manner. They actually prefer it. I'm not. If there's a gentleman over there on that side of the fence that I know been trying to get to this virgin hole, you know what I'm saying? And he says, "Let's spend." You know what I'm saying? You should just spend the night, sir. No, thank you. You know what I'm saying? I think I'll make it. I don't care if I gotta ride a deer to the house. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting up out of here, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna happen. And it's mighty convenient. I mean, if we're being truthful, you got what he said you was gonna get. You got a role in the TV show. He didn't say how many. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know too many people out here just buying random people cars for no reason because they hate your car. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how much money I got. If I hate
a man sees what he wants and knows what he wants.
Oh my God. Oh my goodness.
Tyler Perry is like,
hey, that means that man has already had a sample. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you. That's exactly it. You know what I'm saying? Like, again,
the more you hold up. Listen, I can give you some tea. The more you hold out, the better. So, listen, he probably was like, car.
Hey, you know, like I said again,
door,
allegedly, because I don't know whether Tyler Perry is or isn't, whatever. Like I said, I don't care. Gay, straight, whatever. You know what I'm saying? He's a good businessman. He put people in position. Two of my friends that I know that I love personally, you know what I'm saying? He helped put them in position. You know what I'm saying? I would love to have a sit down and pick his brain. I don't care about none of that.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? I
said, all right, now you want to sit down and pick some brain. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Nah, man. You know what I'm saying? Again, first off, I'm third.
Sit down, you won't. You know what I'm saying?
First off, I'm third. Ain't nobody taking shit from me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't thirsty like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I'm just saying this from my experience.
New album coming soon. You know what I'm saying?
You're a whole fool, man. You're a whole fool. It ain't happening. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, maybe I could have been bigger if I would have did on the casting couch. You know what I'm saying? But again, I refuse. Like you said, this virgin hole is going to remain a virgin hole to the day that I die. So, you know what I'm saying? So, it ain't happening. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't happening at all.
Pat Williams. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate it.
So, with that being said, though, I mean, again, I've been doing this thing since I was 16. You know what I'm saying? The stuff that I've seen behind the scenes, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen women, you know, be thirsty. I've seen dudes be thirsty, you know what I'm saying? Just to try to get in position, to try to get next to this person because they think that's going to elevate their career. And it's sad. And I'm saying this as an entertainer. It's sad that you got to rely on other tactics other than using your talent to get on. You know what I'm saying? And again, like I said, shout out to the KJ Smith. Shout out to Dakia Anderson. Shout out to my cousin, Donald George. You know, he's a talented comedian, actor. You know, he writes his own scripts, writes his own jokes, writes his own plays. You know, I've seen the grind. I've seen people actually put in work. And some people will actually take the longer route as opposed to the shorter route. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen a KJ and Dakia take the longer route, you know what I'm saying, to get where they're at. Like I told you before this last week on the show, my homegirl KJ is a household name. Every week she's in your house with sisters, even if it's a syndicated show, you know, or branding or merch. She's on there. Matter of fact, Tyler Perry paid for her wedding. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't take the fact or negate the fact that the dude
allegations. You know what I'm saying? Allegations, allegedly.
Well, but according to this dude, you know, he's not, you know, she didn't have to give up nothing to get the wedding paid for. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know KJ. So for him to sit there and to do that for her, it's because he actually has love. He actually genuinely cares about somebody. She didn't have to give up no booty to Tyler Perry. According to this dude, if I'm playing advocate, I wouldn't say that as much on this show, but if I'm playing advocate and buying into what this dude is saying, then Tyler Perry sat up there and paid for this woman's wedding. You know what I'm saying? To sit there, and we don't know how much that wedding cost, but he paid for it. Matter of fact, another Another story that kind of goes underneath the rug is that he paid for Bobby Christina's funeral. He paid for a lot of people's funerals or a lot of people's stuff, or if people or short within rent or mortgage or whatever. He's helped so many people, and these are women. So if we were playing advocate, if we're going by what this dude is saying, he likes dudes and all this other stuff, then they didn't have to give up no booty in order for him to actually help him out. So that means that he's at, well,
but gay guys be our best friends. They be doing all kinds of stuff. But when it comes to wanting a little something extra, wanting a little something strange for a little change, his energy is directed toward the opposite side. I'm just saying. No, but I hear you though. I hear you. Absolutely. I'm sorry.
I don't like that.
I'm talking about strange things.
I got you.
It's a hard one to believe, and 250 million is a whole lot of money.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to see the essay part because I didn't see that. Like you know.
And if you adoration, truthfully, if you read the text messages, it looks like casual conversation.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It that's what it looks like. I mean, it's gay, but it's casual conversation between two gay men, apparently.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? When you read,
gay is not a crime.
Like it's not nothing where you like, damn.
Exactly.
Like,
right. Exactly. It's
like
when you like read.
I was looking
y'all courting each other.
Yeah.
There wasn't no Kobe here. I'm gonna tie you up in my dungeon.
Now with this Diddy shit, who was at one point was going to be my boss. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is looking. It's really weird. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Diddy shit's went on ahead and been like a Hugh Hefner and own like a porn company or an adult magazine company or adult film, whatever. He could have been balling in that. You know what I'm saying? But Tyler Perry with this, it seemed like it was a casual conversation, whether it was appropriate between two men or not, whatever, it's their business. But I didn't see anything incriminating. I didn't see anything like, oh dang, he really got him, or he's trying to hold him for ransom, or trying to hold shit against
You know what? You know what I didn't see in any of the messages is hey bro, I'm kind of uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying with these conversations, like. I didn't see none of that.
Being uncomfortable is not a crime either. None of that stuff is a crime. Like a crime.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like
100% right, adoration. But
if you talking to me, I'm gonna be like, bro, hey, what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like,
so adoration, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Adoration, Jess, because it's cool. The conversation is, hey, it's all fun. It's cool until you're not getting what you want, whether that's money, whether that's a role or some type of elevation, whatever like that. It becomes it's all cool until it is. This is what we're talking about with some of those charges that Bill Cosby had faced, some of the things that Michael Jackson has faced, some of the things that R. Kelly. And even with R. Kelly, I got to repeat that I'm not sitting up there and saying that, hey, he did or he didn't or whatever. But again, it's just because I've been in position to see some of this shit backstage that I know how some of these people act, both male and female. It's cool until you don't get what you want. And then especially if your career isn't skyrocketing or you're not making black millionaires, quote unquote, then all of a sudden then you want to get salty and then here comes a lawsuit. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm sorry, R. Kelly, those different guys. Those are underage people. That's not.
No. So again, alleged, because still we yes, he's been convicted of. He's been convicted of a RICO. And I still have yet to see everybody else who's been involved in that RICO. But so again, I mean, it's R. Kelly's is different because there has been some yes, but then there's some that again have been alleged. You know what I'm saying? So. I just again I get what you're saying, adoration, but I'm telling you, I promise you, what I'm saying that this is it's a common practice within Hollywood where some of these people will definitely get close to a director, a producer, somebody with some type of money because they think that they're going to change their lives. But again, if you don't have that talent, you don't have that ambition, then it's not going to go the way that you want. And then when it doesn't go the way that you want, then it's just another tactic that's just over there and say, oh, well, he tried to take advantage of me. So where was it taking advantage of the first time he tried it? Like Wes said, saying, where's the, hey, bro, I'm not comfortable with conversations. Like, hey, I'm a straight man. Don't be talking to me like this. You know what I'm saying? Or hey, I'm a straight man, I'll break a jaw. Yeah, we ain't seen none of that. You know what I'm saying? It's perplexed to make it look a certain type of way, to make this dude look like a victim, in order to either get Tyler Perry to either to settle or to go to court. And if I'm Tyler Perry, again, I'm talking to you directly. If you're watching, I say take it to court. If you're guiltless, hey, you know what I'm saying? Make an example out of this dude, so there's not other people that come up thinking that you're just this easy ass dude or this ATM. Take it to court, bro. You know what I'm saying? For me personally, as third degree, hate me or not, drop your 3 cents at gmail.com, whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? I personally believe it's a shake.
It's definitely that. And the one thing that Mr. Perry has on his side is that if he just come out and say, hey, look, I'm a bisexual man or I'm a gay man or whatever, it's going to be kind of rough to ostracize him in American society, because not only are you attacking the black man, but now you're attacking the LGBTQ community, and that's what the narrative is going to be. You know what I mean? So if I was Tyler Perry, I'd just come out and say, hey, look, man, I was trying to, because I do gospel movies and inspiration. I didn't want to bring my sexuality into it, but I've been a gay man the whole time. I thought the dress would tell you that, but y'all didn't pick up on it. Now they're trying to attack me for my sexuality, and I don't think it's fair. If he come out and say something like that, this shit over. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't settle because settle is, in the court of public opinion means guilt, even though that's not really you being guilty. If he can get away with, hey man, here's $2-3 million, shut up and go on about your business. People don't understand when you have lawyer teams and things like that. He may spend $5 million fighting. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? To have the best quality lawyers and stuff, and public perception and publicists, and you know what I'm saying, all that flying back and forth to go to court, depending on where this man filed at, all kind of things, right? So, when a lot of times when people settle, it's out of convenience. Mm-hmm. Instead of me going through 2 years of listening to your bullshit and me being dragged in the court of public opinion, I can just give you a quick few dollars and go on about my life. You know what I'm saying? And I can get that money to my publishers and make y'all forget about this shit. And
come can somebody tell me the allegation? What is the essay part?
He's saying that he was sexually, you know what I mean? He was essayed. That's what he's saying. I don't think he really gave specifics. I didn't read the whole 40-something pages, but just from what I've seen so far, I didn't see it either. But it sounds like a bitter ex. You know what I'm saying? That's what you sound like.
Bingo. You hit it right on the head. All right, so with that being said, we're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna put that one to bed. No pun intended. You know, so we're gonna go on to the next topics and whatnot. So
worry about you, third.
So what?
Yeah, starting to worry about you, bro. You gotta start saying pause or something, man. Yeah, let me know. You know what I'm saying?
All right, y'all. We'll be right back.
Yeah.
You're wasted. Accomplish eliminating frizz and have that shiny look to your waves, you need a laydown pad. The Wave Essentials is having a sale right now for buy 2 get 1 free. With the little strap on the back, it makes it super easy to lay your hair down, and the plastic on the front helps with laying the hair down and creating that shine. Do this for about 10 to 15 minutes and you'll accomplish that shine and that lay down that you need. Nobody likes frizz, so make sure you go get your lay down pads before the sale is over.
Hey Hey y'all, I just got word that since they sold out food last weekend, Best is running back there. $10 plates for Juneteenth weekend. Sure, you head to Best Soul Food Kitchen in St. Nottingham and eat good for $10. Best Soul Food Kitchen. We're bringing soul back to the Inland Empire.
All right, y'all. We are back. So now we're getting ready. We're gonna have to do this one kind of quickly too, because I definitely want to touch into the clips. This might take a little while, only because of the nature. So King Michelle, you know what I'm saying? Again, and no offense, Jess, no offense to the ladies. She's a beautiful woman. She's always been beautiful. She's talented. She can sing her ass off, right? You know what I'm saying? But the thing that's always killed her for me has been her dumbass, reckless mouth. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what I'm saying, she gets on Love and Hip Hop, you know what I'm saying? And the minute that she starts, I'm from Memphis, and talking all the shit, you just look like I'm gonna be unbiased. But she's made rounds because she was on Cam Newton. Shout out to Cam Newton. I'm getting ready to use some of your content. You know what I'm saying? So go check him out, whatever.
Fair use,
you know,
fair use, by the way.
Fair use. You know what I'm saying? But she made a dumbass statement, but then also too, it creates a domino effect of dumbass statements from men too. So I got both perspectives, and we're gonna break them down real quick before we get into this clip stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because I definitely want to show them some love, but here goes King Michelle.
Have you ever dated outside your race?
Yes, that's all I would like to do.
Now?
Yes.
Okay.
I've always told my sisters to go where they are loved. And I've always told Black women to be open to dating, even outside of their race. I love Black love, and I would like that. But to see my African American women sitting around waiting on a Black man as he chooses whoever he wants to choose, I want Black men to do, if they were a Black woman, to build a Black family. I'm not the girl that sits up there and looks at the Black man when he date a white woman or date someone and say, "Ooh, you can't do that." White men love me. Like, white men love me. And that is just the
Once
truth.
you go Black. Yeah. I love that for you.
You do?
I swear on everything.
Tell me why you love that for me. Come on, friend.
I'm an opponent of happy. Don't tell me you married.
I'm not.
If you can't tell me that you're happily married. Don't tell me you're in a relationship.
Oh, but they gonna tell you they married. I've been married, but you are miserable.
Yeah.
It reminds me of Frost Bistro. It reminds me of the Rashida and Kirk situation. They've been married for forever and they are miserable. That is horrible. And I just remember her yelling out saying, "You'll never be married." Well, not today.
Bang, bang, shots fired. So here's the thing. I'm going to agree with her on one thing. You know what I'm saying? The Rashida and Kirk situation is crazy because they've been married for umpteen years. He go out, have multiple kids outside his marriage, and they like still together. Yeah, I don't know. Just if you watch Love and Hill, I stopped watching like years ago, but I do remember that storyline. So she's not too far off from that. Mm-hmm. But the one thing I'm going to say like this, man, and I'm going to let y'all take it because I can get on these tangents. I hate when people generalize. You know what I'm saying? Just because your experiences have been effed up or foul or whatever, don't put all Black men or all Black women in one category and say, hey, all, and that's why I'm done. No, it's because you keep choosing the same sorry type of pattern of men or women. And it's not one of those things that blankets the whole community. It's just because you keep choosing the same stupid type of individual. It may be a different person, but it's still the same type of character, and you still haven't learned. So when you keep doing the same thing, repeating the same dumb mistakes and expecting different results, then you the dummy. Pass the mic.
I mean, to be honest, from the clip, and I heard this clip before on your page, I didn't see her say anything bad about Black men. I just heard her say that she dates white men because that's what she's loved or that's who likes her. I don't really see a problem with it, to be honest. Based on the statistics of what has been shown, I mean, black men and black women, obviously, they marry each other the most. 80% of black men are with black women. So that's already a thing. But on the other hand side, I would say, I think it was about 5 or 10 years ago where only like 2 to 4% of black women would date outside their race. And a lot of black women, including myself, growing up. You know what I mean? It's like black man or nothing. Black American man to be exact. But to be honest, we get a lot of these, and I grew up around them. So let me just say from my perspective, we get a lot of these passport bros coming over here. And then online, it's like a whole thing. And to be honest, to some black men, and let me say the ones on the internet, because it's the internet thing. I don't think it's a real thing in real life. But a lot of them, they are very vocal about how they don't like black women. And based on, they did this.
I have a clip.
They did this. I know you got something. I'm just saying that they did this text reply. What is it called? Like a statistic on whose texts get answered the most. Every race, they did white, black, and Asian, and they did men and women. And for us black women, you know what I mean, we be replying to our black men's texts, black American men, because, you know, that's what we like. But they actually reply to our text less. And so the truth is, and I think that's why she said, like, because it's been a thing in the black woman community, especially, like I said, black American women, because it's a little different in Africa, we really are like, listen, black American man or nothing. And I do think that black women should date who loves them. I don't think you should date somebody just because they're black, unless that's what you want.
100%
And I'm down for
agree.
that. Okay. But I have to say that, though, because in reality, I didn't date till I was 25 because I was like, black American man or nothing. There's not a lot of black American men over here. But to be honest, a lot of the ones that are over here, they are different. And so you end up dating outside your race. And in the beginning, you feel almost guilty or bad. But then it's like, date who loves you. And so here's the thing. If I had heard her say, like, black men are like this and that, then I would have been like, here we go. But she didn't say that. She said she's not against black men dating outside the race.
She did. So I didn't play
But
the
I didn't see that
full
part. Yeah.
You know,
So
I didn't have time. Shout out to me being a little disorganized today. I was kind of ripping and running. You know what I mean? But I need to put up another clip and actually clip it up more. But yeah, she said something about to the effect that black men create single parent homes or broken homes. She said something to the effect that they create broken homes.
That's not true.
And so yeah, I'll repost the clip where I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See, with that, then yeah, I'm on the other side then, because that's a lot.
And another thing I want to go ahead and say before I pass the mic to Jess and Quez, you know, again, who you love is who you love. You know what I'm saying? We all have our preferences. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was blessed and fortunate enough to find my preferences within what I like. You know what I'm saying? But again, if somebody treats you good and they're treating you good essentially, then there's nothing wrong with that. But it doesn't mean you have to shit on the race that you belong
that
to.
Part.
No good people. This means that you found somebody who actually genuinely loved you. And I know some people who are outside of the culture who genuinely love their partner and they embrace both. They embrace this side and that side. And it's not no culture vulture type stuff where the white woman over here trying to do X, Y, and Z, or the black man trying to. It's just hey, this is me, this is you. We come together and we embrace both cultures. So who you love is who you love. I'm a huge advocate of that, but you don't need to downplay or down talk, especially a group that I belong to. You know what I'm saying?
Agreed.
Agreed. Jess.
So for me, I understand where she's coming from, but for her not to already be dating just open-mindedly in the beginning, like, that don't make no sense to me, because that's how it should be. You should be open-minded and date every race. You know what I mean? So that you can see how their culture is, their life, whatever. You know what I mean? Because even if you date a black man, his culture could be different. Like, what if she said, "Oh, I'm only gonna date Jamaican men"? Is that a problem?
Right.
You know what I mean? It's what she likes, and like Adoration said, I didn't hear her say anything bad, you know, but if there are clips out there of her knocking, you know, the culture, then yeah, that's not cool, you know. But yeah, all women should be open-minded and date all races. Just
I agree.
saying.
Yeah.
Well,
Absolutely.
Yeah, man, I don't even know why you said my name like that. You know where I'm going with this.
Let's go.
Wait.
I
Should I play the other clip that I have of a black man downing black women?
But that's the thing, though.
I'm gonna get on his ass too. You know what I'm saying?
You want to check that real quick? I'll play the clip.
Go ahead.
And I'll let you go ahead and get off so we can get into this clip stuff. That's what I'm kind of excited for. You know what I'm saying? Here goes this dumbass dude.
These successful black men are not skipping over black women because of the way that you look. They're skipping over you black women because of the way that you were raised. Let me run that by you again. They are not skipping over to the white women or the Asian women or the Caribbean women or even the African women. We're talking about the Americanized black woman. The reason why these successful men are skipping over you, it's not the way that you look, but it is the way that you carry yourself. These other women, they were conditioned, they are programmed, they are trained to be wives. They are trained to be helpmates. They are trained to be submissive. They are trained to cater to their man. They are trained to be grateful. They are trained to be appreciative. If you deal with the typical black woman in America, she wants nothing but a whole bunch of things provided for her that she cannot provide for herself. She requires all of these things that she cannot do for herself. And then when you get one that can do things for herself, she talks down to men as if she's better because she's paying bills and she has a car and she has a credit score, as if that makes her better when that just makes her an adult. There are going to be a lot of women that are upset about this post, but it's the truth. It just is what it is.
Do you see the difference? This is what I see all the time. Do you see the difference where she's just like, hey, I'm going where I'm loved. I love black men dating who they want. And then he's the problem with you guys. And that's what I often say. And that's why I said I don't see the problem with it, because that is what has been happening for years. And based on the statistics, black women have been dating much closer inside their race. And now they're just starting to blossom off, because, I mean, that's the kind of energy. I wouldn't date a guy with that energy, even if I was raised right, because that's the type of energy that if she was sitting there talking like that and she said what he said word for word, but on the other side, then I would say the same thing about her. But that's the difference. Those are two very different energies and conversations. She's like, hey, go where you love. It's okay to date outside your race. And he's like, the problem with you is, and reason why I'm getting a better woman. And those same type of people that come over here in Asia, I grew up around them, and they treat these girls the same way, and the girls have the same thing to say about them. And it's like, no matter where you go all around the world, if you come with that energy, nobody likes you, no matter what race they are. So I just wanted to put that out there. Those are two different clips to me. But right. Hey, Queen, let's go on.
Go ahead.
All right. My biggest, well, not even my biggest, is, let me just start off with this first. The problem is, we as a society, because I'm not going to say we as in us here, because I'm married. So,
right.
You know what I mean? I'm not even over there. You know what I mean? Let me just throw that out there. You know what I mean? But people are garnering their relationships based on people who are not married or are not successfully married.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? And they're taking this into account to make their relationship faux pas and strategies, right? Like him not married, her not married. Both of y'all should shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying about what it takes to be married, to me. You know what I mean? That's just my personal opinion. And my biggest point is, whenever you have to justify your actions with berating the lineage and culture and people that you come from, there's some level of self-hatred there. And there's some bitterness and some resentment there. Right? I will say about the zesty gentleman, I ain't gonna sex play, but you know what I'm saying? It just, you came off as zesty. There was a lot of feminine energy in that post right there. You know what I mean? And you seem like you were trying to date successful women, because you may be a handsome young man, and you may be you know, in some rooms and in environments where everyone is successful, and then when you get to the house, you can't hold water. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't have any real leadership. That's what it looks like to me. You know what I'm saying? Successful or not, as a man, you should be able to stand on your square. You know what I mean? Whether you have the money, whether you don't have the money, you know, none of that matters when you're in a real relationship. To be honest, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Can you lead in the positions that you're qualified to be in at that moment? Right? You don't have to have $1 million and pay all the bills, but can you help elevate the household? Can you help raise these children effectively? You know what I mean? Those are the things that matter when it comes to being married or in relationships. And I also want to say that I'm kind of fed up with this black men don't love black women narrative. They're like, we got to stop this. You know what I mean? Because for one, statistically, it's not true.
Thank you.
Right? Two, black marriages have went up a significant amount in the past few years. So what we're talking about are anomalies, right? We're talking about estranged people with very special circumstances that don't apply to the masses. Right? Because black men aren't out here creating fatherless homes without the help of black women. The same way black men or the same way black women are you know, becoming successful and black men aren't helping. Like all of this it's all a community thing, right? Like we're all doing this together. And if we pick up out all these small examples of these celebrities or these internet personalities who have bitterness and resentment because, you know, in 8th grade, Sally Sue, who's on a cheerleading team, told you was ugly, and she
Yeah,
hate you. You know what I'm saying? So now you hate all black women, even though Sally Sue looked like your mama, and that's why you liked her in the first place.
Yeah.
So I'm never gonna say all black women should date outside their race, and I'm not trying to guilt trip y'all, but there's a certain spiritual essence, and there's a
Hey, what happened?
Yo, that must have been the other man trying to take him down. They trying to take down the players because he's black and he's brown. You know, that wasn't me.
Agree. Listen, can we talk about that for a minute? We talk so much about the minority issues and this and that, but we never actually look at the whole statistic. Black marriages are happening. Black marriages are thriving. Right. There's plenty of black people married. There's plenty of black love. Most black people, talking about black American people for a minute, are with each other. Most black people's preferences are each other. Even like I said, when the people come over here, they be dating the people that look like the black ladies, and we be dating the people that look like the black guy. I mean, you know what I mean? It's not like that. It's not like the media. We take a lot of what the media shows us and we make like that's the reality, and people come online making like that. Like I said, this is why black men don't date black women anymore.
Right.
What are you
talking about? That wasn't me. That was the other man. No. That was the man trying to keep his neck keep his foot on your neck, my brother. Because he's over here speaking some profound intellectual stuff, and the man did not want to see you rise to succeed and maybe spread that truthfulness to the people, my brother. He was trying to keep you down. He's trying to keep you suppressed. He's trying to keep you locked. You know what I'm saying?
That man, this Spectrum, they sent me a message probably like 3 hours ago talking about outages or whatever. But
Spectrum, aka the man.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that was the end of my tirade though, man. I don't want
real quick. I wanted to go ahead and play this K Michelle so we can get into his clips, you know what I'm saying? So you can hear, you know, verbatim what she had to say.
Well, being in Atlanta all this time and then going to Nashville, where it's predominantly white. One, they go home at 5 and 6 o'clock. when they're producing because they go home to their families. Being a country singer, if you are a singer in country music, you're a man. If you are not married, it is not respected. Family is respected in country music in that space. But in our space, we are singing about side chicks. We are glorifying a lot of women. That's not what happens in Nashville. You can't call a woman a bitch, a hoe in Nashville, because they'll never even listen to your music, and your professional career will suffer. At what point in the Black community do our men create real homes? And even talking, just our first time talking, and you said you didn't even mean for that to happen. Life happens. I'm not here to judge life. I'm looking at a successful Black man that has the ability to literally turn the narrative on Black family, you know? And my grandfather, I watched my uncles and everything. My whole family, they're married. I'm not the girl who didn't see what a man creating a Black family is supposed to be. So I'm asking right now, Black men, and I turn my Black men to really step up for Black women and create families.
Oh my God.
It's really not cool. Black men are attacking Black women. And it's not a cool, they're not creating homes. They're creating babies everywhere.
I'm just not going for it, bro. Honestly, listen, she looked good in her hookup, and I understand that she's being emotional right now. So naturally, everybody is going to gravitate to it, and I'm pretty sure that we're going to have a deeper dive into this on the Q show tonight. But the fact of the matter is, they don't really want to hear the answer. Listen, I've been married for 21 years, literally. And guess what? The people that attack me the most are Black women. You're going to have to address the Glorrillas.
All right, we're going to stop the brother right there. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to say this real quick before we get off, or we get off on where we need to get off on. Hey, there are bad and good in each race. You know what I'm saying? There are white men who treat women just as shitty, you know what I'm saying, as maybe somebody who's Black, Asian, or Mexican or whatever. You know what I'm saying? A good man is a good man and a bad man is a bad man. And it's not relegated or subjected to color. You know what I'm saying? And again, if we're talking truthfully, you know what I'm saying, the number one crime perpetuated against white Americans is domestic violence. You know what I'm saying? Meaning that there's white men in the home who are beating the shit out of white women. You know what I'm saying? So where are we going with it? You know what I'm saying? So I get that maybe your experience have been bad. Maybe, again, the same type of character that you keep navigating to whatever X, Y, and Z. But it still does not negate the fact that there has to be some type of accountability and responsibility on the decision-making on your part to keep picking these same no good type of motherfuckers and is not subjected to race. Motherfuckers, I say. But yes.
That's exactly what I was talking about. That shit there. I'm so tired of that.
He just sounds hurt.
Yeah,
That's what it sounds like to me.
Like, she sounds bitter. Like,
I like the point, though, that
Leroy
she brought up
cheated
about
on
the
her
music
3
and
times
the
and she
culture,
kept taking him back.
Federation, even that's not true. We're gonna stop that.
I'm not talking about. I'm not saying that it's fact, but I'm saying that about the culture. And actually, I literally me and my sister were talking about this the other day. Not about Black culture, but about American culture in general. Because over here in Taiwan, for example, cheating is illegal. You go to jail.
Right. So real quick, because we got to get on this clip stuff.
I think there's a state that's trying to do that now. I don't remember.
They need to, because I think
hold on.
I agree.
Shout out to my pops. No one wants to be the one to be vulnerable and trust. I hear you. So real quick. So that was so she made. I've heard country songs, I've heard rock songs, I've heard punk rock. You know, where they've called women bees. They talked about drugs. They talked about all types of stuff. The same type of element that's in the quote unquote black culture. They have that. So the thing about that though with us, so you're not hearing the Rhapsodies. You're not hearing outside of Kendrick, the J. Cole's or anything positive because you get these labels who perpetuate a certain type of image and they pump it out. So you get these big labels who put all this money. This is what we're going to showcase throughout the world, blah, 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 blah. But to say that there's not, you know what I'm saying, is an ignorant statement. It's a blanket statement. And it's just simply not true because it's in all races, all music, all cultures. Matter of fact,
but listen, if that's the case, then we as black men can say, we not marrying black women because y'all all act like Glorilla or Megan Thee Stallion. That would be adamantly false, right? Because statistically it doesn't show. But when the narrative is changed to black men, nobody.
Dang.
Come on, in the middle.
Spectrum keeps taking them out. It's the man. I told you, it's the man. The man's.
No, but I see what he's saying though. What he's saying.
I get what he's saying. Black pepper for the black man.
Black.
Yeah.
Right. They're always coming for black people. Black. But at the same time, like I said, if we're gonna talk about things on a wide scale, I see it as America in general. American culture in general is. Go ahead, Quinn. What you were saying.
No, they don't want me to be great. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now, I'm just saying, realistically, we got to hold both parties accountable when it comes to spewing these false narratives about our culture, right? It's not our culture. It's the propaganda that they put out about
around it. Exactly.
Yeah,
and that's why I keep saying, can we start focusing on topics that are like, and I'm talking to the whole entire black community across the board. Everybody listen to what I'm saying. Can we start focusing on topics that are, first of all, the majority, second of all, true? Like, when do we talk about how black women hold the most master's degrees and how black men hold the most doctoral degrees or something like that? When are we going to talk about how many black kids? My sister's school just graduated, the biggest graduation line in history. I mean, when I tell you scholarship after scholarship after scholarship because of how great their grades were, how excellent these kids were. These kids were winning awards left and right. They won the most scholarships and awards in Florida, and they go to like one of those kind of like quote unquote
real quick,
so
like, we got to get into this before we got out.
Okay,
so this is the whole point and purpose of the show is to dispel this shit. This is what we're here for. We're of the people, for the people, to give back to the people. So when we talk about this stuff, it's because it's stuff that's being viral on social media, makes headlines. So we can have real conversation about it from real people and give a different perspective to hopefully change the perspective. Amen. That's the whole point. All right. So with that being said, you know what I'm saying? Again, we got to dedicate this last like 9 minutes to the clip. I got to give them their props.
Listen to it real quick.
No, it's all good because I hooked it up. Hopefully I get no copyright strike. But if I get a copyright strike, it's at the last like 9 minutes of the show. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? But the clips are back. You know what I'm saying? They definitely had songs like Grindin'. Look at that. What is that song? Brr, what happened to that boy? You know what I'm saying? They had definitely songs with Pharrell. You know, Pusha T was before there was Kendrick. There was Pusha T who took down Drake with the story of Adidon. You know what I'm saying? And his lyricism was just apart. But, you know, his brother took a break to go to, you know, because he found religion. You know, he wasn't spitting. But now they're back. And they got an album dropping July 11th. They need to go ahead and just drop it now. But here goes some of the bars. Just bars. I have to take out the beat. But here goes the bars of what they're spitting. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't solid, ain't valid, you ain't malice, been quiet, ain't right, you ain't Paris, blow money, you owe money, we ain't balanced, you ain't believe, God digs, you ain't Khaled, all black, back to back, this ain't traffic, can't wrap your head round that, you ain't Arab, y'all tweet, bird talk, we all parrots, Lone Star, cross the border, we like Dallas, 21, gun salute, we been savage, tag 'em up, add 'em up, them niggas average.
Ooh.
That's no malice. That's him just.
Is he trying to diss somebody?
Oh yeah, they went in on there.
The You know, the gun salute is 21.
Yeah.
So
Wait, there's more. There's more. I got Pusha T. I got the last bars of Pusha T. But there's more. Right.
Smoke. So be it. You cried in front of me. You died in front of me. Calabasas took your bitch and your pride in front of me. Her utopia had moved right up the street, and her lip gloss was popping. She ain't need you to eat. The net gon' call it the way that they see it, but I got the video I can share and AE it. They wouldn't believe it, but I can't unsee it. Lucky I ain't TMZ it. So be it. So be it.
This is culturally inappropriate.
That was a shot. So people thought that he was taking shots at Kanye, but no, that was a shot at Travis Scott, and he was referencing Kylie Jenner with the lip balm, whatever you want to call it, popping. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Push T. Hey man, I get those bars a solid 10.
Okay.
If I'm doing the third degree rating system, I give it 5 fire flames. 5 fire flames, you know, third degree, 5 fire flames. I'm excited. Leak the album, Funk July 11th. Let's get it popping now.
Yeah, man. I think it's a beautiful thing for hip hop at this moment that we're getting actual lyricism back. We're getting that battle essence back. We're getting, you know, the concrete version of hip hop that we all grew up loving, that got commercialized and turned into some bullshit. Where now people are excited for album releases. People are excited. Like before, it was just, I just like a single. Like who really buys albums? Who goes and listens to entire albums nowadays? Right? Nobody's really listening to entire albums anymore. Up until recently, you know what I'm saying? This last year, you know, G&X. Tyler the Creator. Who else dropped some heat last year?
Drake.
Yeah, no. I said heat. You know what I'm saying?
Baby girl.
Oh my god.
That damn show wasn't
Baby
it.
girl.
You know what I'm saying? Even though Shanti loves it, you know what I mean? But we all know Drake likes me young. You know what I'm saying? So
Baby girl.
Kid Bop music.
Yeah, he literally writes kids pop music.
Yeah, it's just elevated kids pop. You know what I'm saying? Who's our girl from Floetry? You know what I'm saying? Marsha Ambrosius. Like these are the individuals that never really get shine for making real music. You know what I'm saying? And it's beautiful to see it coming back because unfortunately you have to make it mainstream. You know, for these major corporations to start investing in it and see that people want to buy it. You know, even though us down here, you know what I mean, in the grassroots have been listening to this and waiting for stuff like this for so long, you know what I mean? But we had to listen to, you know what I'm saying, Tekashi 6ix9ine and all this extra nonsense because it was selling. It was TikTok generation, Instagram Reels. You know what I'm saying? That's the stuff that was going viral. So of course, corporate media, they don't give a damn about if it's the real version of hip hop that we love. They just know it's selling and we need to sell more of it. So let's go find some more people to make some more of this shit because this is what's selling. And now real hip hop is selling again, and I love it. I'll leave it.
Finally.
Yeah.
Good music because the mumble rapper lifestyle is getting tedious.
Yeah.
Hard.
You know,
one thing to say,
it's probably hard to make bad music too. You know what
I
I'm
can imagine, like, to put that out. Somebody said my mom would give me a beating for writing this shit.
Yeah, you know, it takes a certain skill level to be able to create that.
And I even heard from current like people. They like, listen, I had stuff that I wanted to put out, and they were like, no, put this out. And so even the artists and stuff. Like they're like,
I mean, sometimes it's the labels because you know the artists will have to go to bat against the labels. And the artists may like, hey, this is what's going to resonate to my fan base, and the label, because they're thinking business. No, this is going to relate to an audience worldwide. So it becomes a conflict. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of what happens in the mixture of it. They're thinking more so dollar signs, and the artists are thinking more so relatability. So yeah, it happens. That's why, to some degree it's good to be independent. But if you're going to be on a label, to make sure you have a partnership to where you control, the say so, like the Death Row or the Rockefellers, make sure that you have a say and what you want to put out as your first single. You control your narrative.
Absolutely.
You don't let the label control your narrative. Truthfully, the best person to give me the best advice, this for the youngsters coming up, is Jerry Heller from Ruthless and from NWA. He says, you got to be in control of your story. What is your story? You tell your story so nobody else tells the story for you. You know what I'm saying? Therefore, you control your narrative. You and you're the artist. This is me. This is who I am. I'm Adoration, or I'm Third Degree, or I'm Quez. This is who I am. This is my brand. Either you're gonna funk with it or you're not. Or if not, then I'm gonna go over here.
Absolutely. Amen.
Amen. Or be like the dude from the Oval, selling booty because he got no talent.
What the fuck, man? Good night.
Good
night, people.
I gotta watch the Oval to see how good
I
of a
ain't
job
watching
he
that
did.
crap.
How he was treated differently.
It doesn't matter if he's already received payment. It doesn't matter if he did good or not.
Tyler Perry was living vicariously through the man.
He got a free
Well, and on that note, hey, you know what? We definitely got to do like a hot seat cipher or a hot seat spotlight or something, because I definitely want to break down that Martian Brochus album. I put jazz onto it. It's dope. It's fire, and I love it. It's an ambiance. It's a whole experience. You know what I mean? But I want to thank you guys for rocking out with us. Thank you for the Drop Your 3 Cent crew or the Drop Your 3 Cent family. Make sure you guys hit the like, share, subscribe button. We'll be here next week. If we throw up a pop-up after party, we'll let you know. But for the meantime, enjoy yourself. Be safe. Happy Juneteenth. Stay blackity black. Peace.